What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Per usual, I am about to deliver how you can achieve this flirty pink cut crease. Thank you guys for staying tuned, but we're about to dive straight in. Period. So first things first, I did start by using a brown gel liner. The gel liner that I used was by NikaK, one of my beauty supply goodies. And I'm just taking an angled brush with a spoolie on the end, and I'm just going through and I'm filling her brows. I'm just fanning that product in upward motions and just going for it, creating a brow that we desire. So then I went into LA Girl Pro Concealer. The shade that I used was Cool Tan, and I just slid that right underneath that brow bone. I'm carving out a nice dramatic brow. So then I began to fan that product downward into the lid. This is a hot technique. Instead of using a primer, this is what we're using to base her lid. Make sure you grab a nice consistency so you can cover her entire lid space. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. So then I went in with Black Radiance's Banana Setting Powder, also a drugstore goodie. And I'm just pressing that in with a beauty blender, sealing that concealer. Make sure you dust it all away before you begin using your shadows. So the first palette I'm going to dive into is by Too Faced. This is their Gold Chocolate palette. I used Cocoa Truffle as a transition color. I'm just working that right underneath her brow bone in her crease area. And you're just going to layer that until you get a nice smoked out Cocoa Truffle look. So then I'm diving into Anastasia Beverly Hills Rivera palette. The color I'm using, this was, I think it's called Canes. Canes. So I'm using that same taper blending brush, and I'm just using packing motions or a packing technique. I'm just buffing that in, layering that nice purple. And as you can see here, it got a little darker because I kept going in until I got my desired look. If it ain't Fanta purple, keep going. Keep packing it on. So then I am creating a half cut crease shape. I went into LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And I just used a flat round brush to create a nice carved oval shape. And I kind of focused in here. Please excuse my hair, but I'm doing small short strokes, just being very detailed with this cut crease. So then I went into the color, I believe it's pronounced palermo. I will make sure I include everything in the description bar for you guys. But we are just gliding that nice pink. It's like a metallic pink. Putting that all over the lid. In the area where we created that half cut crease. And then I am going back into that purple. And I'm just smoking that right on out into the outer corner of her eye. Alrighty. So then I'm just taking a wet wipe and I'm just cleaning up any excess fallout that may have gotten on her face. So now I'm diving into NYX's Epic Black Clay Gel Liner. This gel liner is amazing. I zoomed in a little bit so you guys can see. I didn't do anything extra. I just used a flat angle brush. And I kind of outlined the wing first. And then you'll see me go in and fill it in. And I'll just kind of drag it towards the middle just a little bit. Alright, so we are diving in a little bit of glitter. And I will make sure I include this in the description bar. It is an oldie but goodie. But it's a loose pigment glitter. And I just took an adhesive lash glue and I put it right under the wing of her eyeliner. And we're just gonna tack that pigment, that loose pigment glitter right onto that adhesive that we placed under the wing. Just a little accent color. So I'm cleaning up above her brow area. The shade concealer I used was also LA Girl Pro Concealer. This was shade Fawn as well. And I just glided that right above her, the top of her brow. And then you'll also see me go in with a concealer brush and just kind of buff that into her skin. Just getting prepared for our foundation. So these are officially my favorite drops. I like the way this primes the face for me. These are Tarte's Radiance drops. And we're just gonna place those right on the, center focals of her face and just buff them in with our fingers. Just wanna make sure you get it, rub it in really good so it's not too wet. So now we're going to NYX's Pore Filler. This is also a really good primer. We're just putting a little bit of that on the same places and we're just working it in with a flat concealer brush until everything looks nice and smooth. It should be giving you like a kind of like a matte look so far. Just make sure you buff it in good. So the foundation I'm going to be using today is by Fit Me. This was shade 358. And I also took that same concealer brush and I'm just kind of working that product in a little bit. You'll see me buff it out. This brush that I'm using was a powder brush, but I really like the way it buffs in any foundation or concealers that I use. So I'm just going to work that in. And I did go back and add another layer just to make sure we had a nice full consistency. And you'll see me go in with a beauty blender and I'm just going to press that foundation into her skin. Just want to make sure everything is nice and even. Excuse my hair, I didn't know I was all up in the camera. So what I am highlighting with is also LA Girl Pro Concealer. The shade is Fawn. You'll see me put that on her forehead, underneath her under eye area, down the bridge of her nose, her cupid's bow and chin. And with that same beauty blender, I'm just taking and using patting motions and I'm just pressing that right under her, in the under eye area. And for this nice crisp clean look, I use that concealer brush to go in with the same concealer and give it a sharp crisp under the eye, just so everything looks neat. Must have been some tea. So I went right back into that setting powder by Black Radiance. And I'm just sealing that concealer that highlight. And for this look, I did not go in with a liquid contour. Yes, we are baking. For the contour, I'm using True Matches powder foundation that was shade C8. And you'll see me go in. See, I'm going down the side of her nose and just kind of working that into the shadows there. And then I'm taking a blending brush and I'm working that right in the hollows of her cheeks. It's the same place where I would have put that concealer for the contour. I'm just working this product in. So this is also a nice technique I'm using here. This is also True Matches powder foundation, but this is just a couple notch brighter. This is shade N7. And I'm going right up under that contour area. I think this is called the reverse contour technique. But I just use that to give it a little definition. And I'm also using that same powder foundation to wipe away that excess powder. So the blush that I'm using is by Black Radiance. This is shade Brick House. We are using that to flesh out her cheeks. And I didn't want to do nothing too heavy. So for highlight, I'm using Ruby Kisses Glow and Bronze highlight. I'm just fanning that out right above her cheekbone. And I hit her nose and above her lip, just the Cupid's bow area. And I went right back into the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and got into Cannes, that Fonta purple I keep referencing. And I'm just working that right in her under eye area. So her lips, if you haven't noticed, they're already beautifully lined, but I did go into that gel liner by NikaK and I lined her lips. And I'm gonna walk you guys through this ombre technique. So I think that matte lipstick that I just used is called Langmanni. I will include it in the description bar. But I'm using a flat brush, kind of has a little point to it, and I'm just working that into that liner. Now I did put both products on the back of my hand, so just like if you were painting, you will dip your brush into your paint and you will just blend those in together. And she had a nice glittered gloss that I grabbed from her, and I just kind of went over just a little bit. And that was it for the lips. So I'm literally in love with these lashes. This brand of lashes is amazing, shows very well on camera. 5D mink lashes by Retrotress. The number was S534 this time. They were so cute and so flirty. And these lashes show up real good on camera, y'all, real well. And so that's it. I went above that lash. This is a really good tip. And you just take some liner and kind of go over the top if you feel like it wasn't placed correctly for you. That's it, guys. This is the look. This is so cute and flirty. This is like a birthday look, or baby shower look, or to your kitchen look, whatever you want to call it. But that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I love feedback. It's the only way I can grow, and it's the only way I can get better. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.